For our marketing research project, we decided to narrow our demographics as much as possible. Our interviewees are all from Colorado and are all females in order to distinguish more similarities between the subjects. Julie, Kelly, and Kristen are all working professionals ages 50 to 54, and the other 7 interviewees are current college students ages 19 to 20. Most of the interviews took place in person, but the remaining subjects had to be reached over FaceTime. Regardless of how they were interviewed, we were sure to interview them in the morning in order to analyze reactions and emotions shortly after their morning routines.
All of our subjects reported that they had a morning routine that included a mix of 70% coffee drinkers and 90% of people doing some sort of exercise. Almost 60% of people reported eating breakfast most mornings, and half reported completing some sort of religious practice. Most respondents said that they're not morning people because one person said that they were a morning person because they like to eat breakfast. There seems to be little to no correlation between having a morning routine and whether or not the respondent considered his or herself to be a morning person.
Of all these activities in the morning routines, we found that not one of our interviewees enjoys waking up to an alarm. When asked, many of our consumers we interviewed were frustrated by the blaring noise of their alarm clocks in the morning. Others were frustrated with getting out of their warm beds or not getting enough sleep the night before. Even though many people did not enjoy waking up in the morning, many of them enjoyed other parts of their morning routine.
The top 3 morning frustrations also had a large effect on everyone's morning routine, which makes the delight point of their morning more skewed. The average amount of sleep people from the survey got was 7 hours and 15 minutes, and 80% of them woke up to an alarm. The results to the follow-up question was surprising, as 60% of them said there was an effect on them the next day, which means that their delight point in the morning was better preparing them for their day ahead. Ultimately, eating breakfast or drinking coffee was the best part of the morning for everyone that we surveyed.
In conclusion, we found that there are many more advantages to collecting primary data. For example, getting to see people's reactions and getting more accurate data from your target market in order to create less risky marketing decisions. We wanted to primarily interview women consumers in the morning in order to record as accurate of data as possible to assess the consumer's perception of the morning routine. We learned through this process that primary data, although being tedious and time-consuming, is much more accurate than collecting secondary data.
Although many of our respondents seemed unhappy in the morning, we could tell that their morning routines were very important to getting their day off to the right start. The most frequent negative feedback received was by far the alarm clock. Perhaps this marketing segmentation can be applicable to other segments and could be a prospect for a product that introduces a new way to wake up in order to make everyone's mornings better.